You are about to enter the BGP suite. No thongs, no boy shorts, no thigh highs, no commandos are permissible. BGP, big girl panties only. So pull up to woman up. And no, please don't leave with your panties in a bunch.
Why do I always want to drink water right before we start?
Welcome to BGP. Boy, I have a question for you ladies today.
Okay.
With us all being in the dating, we're out there dating. We are dating, aren't we? We are.
Mind your business.
Yeah, okay, asking too much. Okay, so what do you do if you are dating a man, you guys go out on your date and your conversation leads to family, and he shares with you that he has a couple of children, but he doesn't see them very often. He hasn't probably seen them all year. He sees them every Christmas. That's what he tells you. He doesn't feel any financial obligation. He shares that because him and his baby mama don't get along. He's chosen to just stay away from the kids. How do you handle something like that? Because to me, it just seems like irresponsible. What do you think, Miss Neisha?
For me, that's a deal breaker. I wouldn't be able to move forward with said individual. I'm a proponent in co-parenting, and if you're telling me up front that you don't really interact or spend time with your kids, or financially contribute to, for them to, live a decent life, even though they're not living under your roof, I'm going to look at you different because I'm a single parent. Right. And so for me, that would be a deal breaker for me. Yeah.
Okay, so I heard you say that the mother and the man don't get along.
They don't get along.
So he doesn't have access to his children. You're saying he doesn't contribute anything except for once a year, or
once he sees them. He shared that he sees them like every Christmas.
Okay. First of all, there's two sides to the story.
Absolutely.
I would want to know, go into detail about the situation, why he feels he does not have to contribute. He may not be able to contribute. She may be like, screw you and screw your money. I would like to ask, do you have a plan in place where you're making a deposit into a bank account for your children, so later on down the line that, they would have some money for you? Is there a way that you guys can get together and talk about it? Because children need you in their lives.
Absolutely.
And it doesn't necessarily have to be about money. If he just flat out is like, I'm not going to do anything for my kids, I'm a mother. I have a son. Like Neisha said, that's a deal breaker for me. You to get the hell on. And how could you fix yourself to be whining and dining a woman and your children are not being taken care of monetarily and mentally?
What if he asks for your assistance in that area, not financially, but just that he did not know the means to go about family court, family law? Maybe he needed an attorney. You found him attractive in every other way. He takes, he treats you nice, and that is just one of the biggest thing that is hindering you guys moving forward. And he asked you, look, I know you shared with me that this is a big issue. How would you help me go forward in that? Because I really do want to have a relationship with my children. Would you be open to assisting him?
I've helped men in the past in that situation because of what I do on the side. But once I jump into help mode to help you, go to family court, do the paperwork so that you can gain some type of parental rights and to seeing your kids more and getting some kind of a financial stability for your kids. We're no longer dating. You're now in my friend zone because now I'm going to see you as a client. And that's not a bad thing because I want to see both men and women contribute to the upbringing of their kids. So it's not that. But as far as relationship potential for me, we would be done. But I do not mind helping him with, these are the forms you need to fill out. If you need me to help you with that, I can. I charge insert dollar amount. If you want to know the steps you need to take on how to get some rights, how to modify or establish child support, establish more visitation so that you're not just seeing them once a year, which sounds really weird to me.
Very.
If you want to do that, yeah, I can help you. I definitely can help them in that situation. Like I said, I've done it in the past with other people. But as far as dating-wise, though,
it's a turn on.
That's we're done. We're done for that because now I'm just going to look at you as a client. Yeah.
What about you, Mo? Would you step up?
First of all, before I answer that question, he wasn't prepared for you to ask that question. Most men who not taking care of their children are not prepared for you to ask that question. Secondly, most men that are on the dating scene, if they get with a single woman, would she give a damn about those children?
Nope.
That's more money for her. We seen a video where the woman was going back and forth about the man was already paying $500 because we shared the $500 child support, and the child needed some shoes, and she was like, "F them kids."
Yes.
So that's a perfect example of what I'm saying. She don't give a damn.
And
about
she was a wife.
And she was a wife, and some women don't care. So he wasn't prepared for you to say it. So for him to come back and be like, "Can you help me? I really want to be involved with my children." I think that's what y'all call cap.
Yes.
I think that's what you just trying to get in my panties. I think you're just trying to say anything that you can say to prolong this relationship, hoping to get into my panties. Where's his homeboys at?
Exactly.
Where's his friends that have children?
Where's his mom?
Where's
his
that
sisters?
part?
No, not his mom. Where's his homeboys at?
Exactly.
Because he got some homeboys out there that's doing the same thing. Because they say birds of a feather flock together.
Exactly.
So, dude, get your life. No, I'm not going to try to help you. I'm not going to try to help you because I don't have that expertise like Neisha, because she's going to charge you. I'm going to charge you to the game.
Wow.
Because you're letting me know there's a flaw in your leadership qualities. There's a flaw on your responsibility qualities.
You're responsible.
And you probably go try to be here for a good time, not a long time. Because I'm letting you know right up front, off the rip, there are certain qualifications that you might meet to be with me.
Exactly.
And that's going to be a yellow flag for him, that he might have to step his game up. Because if he gets with a woman and be like, "Why you not with your children?" Oh, shit. This is a different type of lady. Because what you do over here is basically what you're going to do over there for me.
And how do you end something like that? Do you just say straight up, "Hey, you know what? You are a nice gentleman, but do you tell them about it, that you find it inappropriate and it's a turnoff to you that you're not taking care of your children?"
Absolutely.
I think more men need to know that, because I think, and you would just tell them straight up? How would that go?
I would just, say, thank you for your honesty and transparency. But at this point, we would, this is where I realize that we're on two different paths. Because if you're not involved in your children's life, that's a deal breaker for me, because I'm a single parent. But I respect your honesty. I'm not going to be disrespectful. But I know for me, that's a deal breaker. So it would just be that simple.
Yeah, and that would kind of be my conversation. And we can still be friends. And I hope you work that out.
Right.
Concentrate less on getting some booty
and get involved in your kids'
and being
life.
involved in your children's lives.
Yes,
Absolutely.
Exactly. Do you think the percentage of that happening out there is high? That men are really dating and not caring for their children?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because you have men that have 5 children over here, then left them with their mama, and they over here with you, with your 2 kids. And they calling him daddy.
Yes.
And these children over here don't know nothing
Don't have
about
no
it.
relationship.
Right.
With,
Right. So, it does happen.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it goes back to us as women, and we
Yes.
allow to
And what we allow.
Yes.
Absolutely.
and our
Exactly.
standards, and
Absolutely.
our boundaries, and our deal breakers. How many do we have? How many do we need?
Exactly.
Right.
True.
Yeah.
So, in closing, what is your final thoughts on dealing with a man that does not take care of his children?
For me, that's a no. I don't encourage it because the same way he moves with you, there's a high chance that he would do the same to you if you decide to have children with him and you guys break up or not work out. I definitely I believe in nuclear families. I believe that, and if you guys decide to go your separate ways, you both should still want to be involved in your children's lives because you want them to succeed and, seeing that you guys can get along. But if you are telling me up front that you only see your kids once a year, and you don't contribute, and we are living currently in a very inflated time where everything is expensive.
Exactly.
I'm looking at you sideways, and I know that to me that's not someone that I would want to submit to or follow their leadership. I don't encourage that for anyone because they're already showing poor leadership skills. So ladies, be careful who you entertain. Be careful who you open your legs to. Be careful who you decide to go with just one side of the story instead of all sides of the stories. Because sometimes people like to paint a picture as if it's the other person's fault and that they had no part in the demise of said relationship. So you want to ask the right questions before you even make an informed decision, and you want to make sure that if you are dating a single parent that there's no drama, there's no issues, they are contributing to the upbringing of their children, and that it's not just seeing somebody once a year. If somebody only sees somebody once a year, that's to me not really that's telling me up front that's not a good sign. And the same way I know that a lot of men don't like when women are complaining about their children or their children's father and pointing them in a bad light because they say that makes them look, bad just as well because they picked them. That's the same way I look at men that say the same thing when they complain about all of their baby mamas, saying all their baby mamas are crazy or they're keeping the kids from me, or when I'm looking at them sideways too, because like we said, you can always go to family court. You can always file that paperwork. You can always work on getting some visitation, getting things set up so that it covers you in the event if said individual is acting crazy. You always want to establish rights. You always want to get things documented. So that you have a say-so in your children's life, too. Don't be scared to go to court. Don't be scared to file paperwork. Don't be scared to get some legal understandings of how you guys can move together if you guys can't do it without getting the court involved. Because I know a lot of gentlemen that are afraid to go to court for some reason. And then when they come, have a conversation with me and I'm like, no, you can, you have rights too, right? You can fill out this paperwork and you have a say so too. You can pick up your kids from school too. You can sit there and make some decisions too. They're like, well, no, she said, if I just pay this, can you afford to pay that? I can't, but I just don't, it's like you have just as much rights as she does, but you have to make sure that you want it and you're going to be there. To me, I feel like your kids are a priority, especially when they're minors. They're a priority. They need you. They need both parents in their life, not just one, and have some standards. And that's my final thought.
Y'all know I love black men.
Love them.
I love the elderly, and I love the babies. You have to take care of your children. You have to possess those leadership qualities, and it's about time for black women to make that known. I cannot respect you as a man or a leader or a significant other if you do not take care of your children. Like Neisha said, that should be a priority, because some of these ladies might want to have some children by you one day, and they see you're not taking care of them, and that might be a turnoff. That's my final thought.
Okay. My final thought is There are so many red flags in that dating process and courting. This is one of the major ones. It shows irresponsibility. It shows selfishness. And it's unacceptable. Fellas, if you are out there and you don't know how to get the help to get proper visitation and pay child support, let them put you on paper for child support. Don't duck and dodge jobs and quit jobs to avoid paying child support. It's an ugly look. These kids going to know this stuff later on. And then they go through this series of feeling abandoned and why did my daddy want me and all these different things. It's huge, and it's resources out there to assist men that find themselves in a place where they feel like they don't have any rights. Because you have plenty of rights, and you have to love your children enough. These are your kids, to fight for them and to do whatever is necessary to make sure that they see you on a very frequent basis, even once a week, because we had the guys here that time, and some of them were like, oh, I could feel their emotions of not seeing their children on a regular basis. Some men really love their kids, and I know some baby mamas can be very difficult, but you still have to be able to fight around that situation. So, if nothing further,
let me just say one thing. Stop playing. Exactly. A man that wants to be in that child's life, ain't no mountain high enough. Ain't no valley low enough. Ain't no river wide enough to keep you from your kids.
Yes.
Stop playing. Get your kids, be in your kids' lives, and do the right thing. That's all I got to say.
Exactly. Yeah. Nothing further. That's it. And this is BGP. Remember, subscribe. Hit the notification bell. We got so much good content coming up. So stay with us. Peace. Bye.